Isang mapagpalang araw pong muli sa ating lahat, mga kapito. At pasensya na po kayo, natagalan tayo dahil nagkaroon po ng problema ang PLDT sa lugar namin. Kaya almost 5 days kaming walang internet dito. Ngayon po ay patuloy natin tatalakayin ang Article 12, ang mga situation at ang mga interpretation na ating gagamitin kung sakali mangyari ang mga sitwasyon na to. Meron po tayong siyam na sitwasyon na tatalakayin ngayong gabing to para makabawi po tayo sa matagal natin pagkawala. Ang una po sitwasyon ay ito. Sabi sa example, the crew chief tosses the ball for the opening jump ball. Immediately after the ball is legally tapped by a jumper A1, B1 is charged with a technical foul. Sabi po rito, yung crew chief po, na-toss niya po ang bola sa opening jump ball, immediately the ball is legally tapped by A1, B1 is charged with a technical foul. Ano po ang interpretation dito ng FIBA? Ang sabi ng FIBA, any Team A player shall attempt one free throw with no line-up. As soon as a Team A player receives the ball for the free throw, the direction of the alternating possession arrow shall be placed in favor of Team B. The game shall be resumed with the Team B alternating possession throw-in from the place nearest to where the ball was located when a technical foul occurred. If the throw-in is administered from its backcourt, Team B shall have 24 seconds on the shot clock. If from its frontcourt, Team B shall have 14 seconds on the shot clock. Sabi po rito, ang interpretasyon, any Team A player ang titira ng one free throw with no line-up. As soon daw na-receive ng A player ang bola, in direksyon ng alternating possession arrow shall be placed in favor doon sa kalaban, sa Team B. The game shall be resumed with Team B alternating possession throw-in from the place nearest to where the ball was located when a technical foul occurred. Pag ang throw-in daw po sa backcourt, Team B magkakaroon ng 24 seconds shot clock. Pag ang throw-in naman po ay sa frontcourt, ang Team B ay meron lamang pong 14 seconds on the shot clock. Yan po ang unang sitwasyon. Pangalawang sitwasyon. Ano sabi sa pangalawang sitwasyon? Ang sabi sa pangalawang sitwasyon, the crew chief tosses the ball for the opening jump ball immediately after the ball is legally tapped by jumper A1. A2 is charged with an unsportsmanlike foul against B2. Paghagis po doon ang bola ng crew chief ang bola during the opening jump ball. Pagkatapik ng jumper A1, legally tap niya ang bola, yung kakampi niya, A2, is charged with an unsportsmanlike foul against the B2. Anong interpretation dito? Ang B2 shall attempt two free throws with no line-up. As soon as B2 receives the ball for the first throw, the direction of the alternating possession arrow shall be placed in the favor of Team A. The game shall be resumed with the Team B throw-in from the throw-in line in its front court as part of the unsportsmanlike foul penalty. Team B shall have 14 seconds on the shot clock. Ganito po yan. Nahagis na po yung bola, na-legally tap ng A1, unsportsmanlike foul yung A2, yung kakampi ng A1. So, ang B2 po, titira ng 2 free throws, yung penal po. Yung involved player, B2, tirang dalawa. Ball possession po yon. Pero, pagkahawak ng B2 ng first ball sa free throw, yung direction arrow, ililipat na po doon po sa Team A. Pero siyempre, ang resume nun, may ball possession, sa Team B pa rin ang bola, ang throw-in doon sa throw-in lines, doon po sa front court. So, meron silang 14 seconds shot clock. Tandaan po natin, pag may throw sa front court, 14 seconds na lang ibibigay. Pag sa back court, meron 24 seconds. Yan po ang pangalawang example. Pangatlo, sabi sa pangatlong sitwasyon, ang Team B is entitled to a throw-in under the alternating possession procedure. A referee and or a scorer makes an error and the throw-in is erroneously awarded to Team A. Ganito po yun. Ang araw po alternating possession procedure dapat nasa Team B. Pero referee, even the scorer, nagkaligtaan, di siguro APit ng maigi ng scorer, na ibigay po doon sa kalaban. So, imbis sa Team B, Team A nakuha. Sabi sa interpretation doon, after the ball touches or is legally touched by a player on the court, the error cannot be corrected. Hindi na po pwede correct. As a result of the error, Team B shall not lose its right to the next alternating possession throw-in at the next jump ball situation. Ito po yan. Yung pag nag-throw-in na po yung maling team na ibigay ang possession, pag ang bola po na-touch na, touches legally, doon sa loob ng court, hindi na po pwedeng i-correct ang error. Pero kung awak pa ng player, disposal niya ang bola, di niya pa nabibitawan, o wala pa nakakahawak na kakampi niya, pwede pa i-correct yon. But once the ball touches, legally touch, ay hindi na po pwedeng i-correct ang error. Pero yung Team B, hindi po mawawala sa kanya yung alternative possession throw-in. Kaya sa next jump ball situation, sila ang merong alternating possession throw-in. Ito naman po ang pang-apat na sitwasyon na pwede mangyari. Ang sabi doon sa example, sa sitwasyon, simultaneously with the game clock signal sounding for the end of the first quarter, B1 is charged with an unsportsmanlike foul against A1. The referee decided that the game clock signal sounded before B1's foul occurred. Team A is entitled to the alternating possession throw-in to start the second quarter. Okay? Sabi po dito, sabay po yun, nag-sound na yung game clock for the end of the first quarter. Yung B1 po na-charged with an unsportsmanlike foul against A1. The referee decided that the game clock signal sounded before B1's foul occurred. And Team A is entitled to the alternative possession throw-in to start the second quarter. So, ganun po ang nangyari. Ano po ang interpretation doon? Ang sabi doon, since merong unsportsmanlike foul occurred during interval of play, before the start of the second quarter, A1 shall attempt 2 free throws with no line-up. The game shall be resumed with the Team A throw-in from the throw-in line in its front court. Team A shall have 14 seconds on the shot clock. Team A shall not lose its right to the next alternating possession throw-in at the next jump ball situation. So after yung sitwasyon na yun, pag nagkaroon ng jump ball situation, kanila pa rin ang bola dahil naksa kanilang alternating possession throw-in. Maliwanag ko ba? Ang susunod naman po ngayon ay panlimang sitwasyon na pwedeng mangyari sa loob ng court. Ang sabi sa sitwasyon na yun, shortly after the game clock signal sounds for the end of the third quarter, B1 is charged with a technical foul. Team A is entitled in the alternating possession throw-in to start the fourth quarter. ang sabi sa FIBA Rules Interpretation, any Team A player shall attempt one free throw with no line-up before the start of the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter shall start with a Team A throw in from the center line extended. Team A shall have 24 seconds on the shot clock. Ito po. Sabi po doon sa interpretation, any Team A player ang pwede tumira ng one free throw, walang line up, before the start of the fourth quarter, bago magsimula ang fourth quarter. The fourth quarter shall start with a Team A throw in from the center line extended. Team A shall have 24 seconds on the shot clock. Okay pa, maliwanag ba doon? Tayo doon. Dahil tactical foul po yun eh. Kaya one free throw lang. Ngayon po ay ang panliman nating tatalakayin na pwede mangyari sa loob ng court. Ay ito po, ang example. Yung A1 daw jumps with the ball in the hands and is legally blocked by B1. Both players then return to the court with both of them having one hand or both hands firmly on the ball. Ang sabi doon, tumalo ng A1 with the ball. Yung B1 po, na-block niya yung bola. Nang pag-block niya, pag-landing nila sa floor, sabay pa rin sila, hawak-hawak pa rin ng bola. Ang interpretation po doon ng FIBA, this is a jump ball situation. Very simple lang po yun. Ang susunod na tatalakayin natin, ang Article 12.13, ang pampito. Sabi doon, A1 jumps with a ball in the hands and is legally blocked by B1. A1 then returns to the court having one hand or both hands is still firmly on the ball, while B1 is no longer touching the ball. Ang interpretation doon, this is a traveling violation by A1. Ang sabi po doon, ang A1, tumalon siya, awak niya ang bola, then legally blocked by B1. Then yung A1 returns to the court having one hand or both hands, pero yung kalaban niya is no longer contact with the ball. Siya na lang may contact pag-land niya sa floor. Ang tawag dapat doon ay traveling violation. Okay, ang pangwalong sitwasyon. Sabi sa pangwalo, A1 and B1 in the air have their hands firmly on the ball. After returning to the court, A1 lands with one foot on the boundary line. Sabi doon, ng A1 daw at ang B1, nasa taas sila, having their hands firmly on the ball. Pareho nilang awak ang bola, nasa area sila, ang A1 at B1. After returning to the court, A1 lands with one foot on the boundary line, sa labas. Either sideline siguro o end line. Apakan niya, yung sampaan niya nasa labas. Pero ang interpretation po doon is a jump ball situation. Nagpare po lang hawak ang bola, kahit sinong player, kahit isang player nagland doon, hawak pa rin ang bola, kung bagsa ay kuryente pa rin kayo. Apektado kayo kay jump ball po doon ang sitwasyon. Okay, ang huling-hun naman natin tatalakayan ng pansyam, ang sabi doon, A1 jumps with the ball in the hands from the front court and is legally blocked by B1. Both players return to the court with both of them having one hand or both hands firmly on the ball. A1 lands with one foot in the backcourt. Sabi doon po, yung A1 daw jumps the ball sa front court nila. Then na legally block ng B1. Yung both players then return to the court with both of them having one hand or both hands firmly on the ball. Pareho na hawak ang bola. A1 lands with one foot in the backcourt. yung pong A1, bumaksak ang isang paa doon sa backcourt. Anong interpretation po doon? This is a jumble situation. Kasi pareho nilang hawak ang bola firmly. Okay ho ba? Ngayon po, siyam na tinalakay natin at nawa po ay maunawa natin mga ito. At susunod po ay tatapusin natin itong article na ito, mga dalawang usapan pa ito, isang talakayan pa ito, isang paghimay-himay po natin itong naiiwan pa mga sitwasyon doon sa Article 12, Jumble and Alternative Possession. Para po, ang ganun po gawin natin, tatalakayin natin isang article, after that, tutungutan siya bang article. Tingnan natin kung anong next article na atin tatalakayin. Maraming salamat po muli sa inyo lahat at huwag po kalimutang i-like, follow, share, view, and subscribe po natin ito para po medyo dumamay pa po ang ating mga tagapapanood. Pag nasi-share po natin mga ito, marami po pong makakapanood nito na hindi ko friends ng friends nyo, kaibigan ng kaibigan nyo ang makakapanood ng mga ito. Maraming salamat po muli at isa pong magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Bye-bye!